Woes, we tell him, we tell him,
Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it.
What?
Yo, we back. That's Kingdom. Welcome to the Kingdom, the last preseason game. Wow, what a game! What a game! Yeah. Shout out Nets Nation. Shout out all the people in the chat. Shout out. I'm gonna do a quick shout outs. I'm with my boys. I'm with Julian. I'm with Saint. Chubbs was coming in. He was at the game. Let me give some quick shout outs. Joey Woo, what's good? Midnight, yo. KD's on 5, hey, what's up? Cakes Poo, what's up? Emmanuel G, hey, what's up? Isaac, yo. Jose Reyes, yo. Nathaniel, hey, what's up? Jose Reyes. Alberto, what's good? Khalil 2025, The Real Royal Unknown Clips. Hey, David 824, Hemi Gang 57, yo. And Al Mac. Shout out Al Mac, Age. Hey, what's up, Age? Arthur, The Real Parody. Yo, Nets Nation, what's up? Chad Davies, what's good, bro? Yeah, so this game was very interesting. I don't want to get too hype because it was a Minnesota Timberwolves, but the game was just. Well, first off, my take of it, the offense didn't look. It's still a little like one-on-one-ish. It just doesn't. I know it's preseason, so I'm not going to overanalyze, but it does still a little look like one-on-one-ish. It wasn't a lot of ball movement to me. Harden was making great passes. Harden looked a lot better. Harden looked like himself this game, so I got no complaints about Harden.
14 assists.
Yeah, exactly. He was looking great on the passing wise, but still the offense overall just was a little bit one-on-one-ish. But it's preseason. Everybody looked good. The lineups are what I want to talk about because the rotations was really, really good. Now we had a starting lineup of Nicholas Claxton, Paul Millsap, KD, Harden, and Joe Harris. How do you guys feel about that starting five? Wow. How do you guys feel about that starting five?
Go for it, Julian.
What was the starting five? Man, you said KD. What? I forgot.
The starting
KD,
five
Harden.
was KD, Paul Millsap, Nicholas Claxton, Harden, and Joe Harris.
Where was Joe Harris at again?
Joe Harris led the whole team when he was at. See, that was to piggyback on him to throw it to you is they actually, Julian, they had the squad in their actual positions. Nobody was playing shit they shouldn't have been playing.
I don't mind Joe Harris at 2 starting sometimes, to be honest. I mean, I know people going like kill me for that, but I don't really mind that sometimes, especially if Harden is at the point. I feel like, he's shown that he can utilize Joe Harris pretty good, so the lineup I think the lineup was cool, compared to the other lineups and stuff like that and the other type of lineups we were getting last year, This lineup was cool. I wasn't mad at it,
Oh, you're going to say.
It was refreshing to actually. What up, Jay from Brooklyn? What up, man? It was actually refreshing to see them start a lineup where people were at their true positions, and I think it just made people comfortable. Granted, like you said, you don't know OD, it's preseason, but I do think for somebody like Joe, it makes him a lot more comfortable being in that position. I do think it's a lot more. When you don't take somebody's been playing power forward their whole life and then you're throwing them in at the center position. Like, I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, I understand the parameters of small ball, but I just think with what we have, it's just much better.
No. I was talking to the reporter, what's his name, Alex Sturm, about that. I was like, shout out to Alec. He was talking about that Blake, Lamarcus would be his third string center instead of he would want Blake and Claxton ahead of him. I'm like, Blake's not a center. I was like, Blake is not a center at all. Like, I feel like Blake at the 5 was just due to our circumstances last year. We didn't have a front court. We didn't have as much depth that we have this year. And Blake was kind of forced into that small ball 5. and it ended up working at times. You know, for the schemes of the playoffs, it worked, but overall, it's not good. Blake is not good at the 5. Like I said, he gets exposed on the perimeter. He can't rebound. We saw Paul Millsap, and I tweeted this earlier. Paul Millsap is just a rebounding, like, oh my, you see what he does out there rebounding wise.
Yeah,
like
he's
he's a monster on the rebound. So it's like we need somebody in there that can rebound in the front court. So I think Paul Millsap should start at the 4, in my opinion. So
I mean, I'm not like
we seen Blake get exposed too much.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, I don't think you could go wrong either way with. I don't think you could go. What up, Chubbs? Welcome back. I don't think you could go wrong either way with Millsap or Blake at the 4. Honestly, like I think they do have a little different game at the 4, and I think again that comes down to versatility. Who are you playing? What's your lineup? Maybe if you want to be a little faster and we're facing a team where we don't have to deal with them so much down low, you throw Blake in over Millsap, right? He's faster. He's more mobile than Paul Millsap. But I think on those teams where you've got to deal with the Embiids, the Michael Anthony, like those guys, like I think that's when you would go to more Millsap, right? I can't imagine that these guys are going to be, we're going to pick one. I just don't believe that we're going to pick one lineup and run that the whole year. Like I definitely think there's going to be some resting and lineup changes at least between Millsap, Blake, and the LMA to keep them healthy and no injuries, right? But I don't have a problem there. I just don't want to see people that don't belong in a position. At this point, I'm okay with whatever you throw out there. You could start the game with LMA. After this game, starting with Harden. I did like to see that Claxton pretty much was married to Harden. When Harden went out, Claxton went out. When he came back in, he went back in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I said this before talking to you guys, where it's like the pitcher in baseball who has his favorite catcher. I kind of look at Harden and Claxton that way. Like, it just works way too well together to not use it. Yeah, that's just kind of so far like my takes on it. But Chubbs, you were at the game, bro.
Yeah,
You were at the game.
Nah, there was first of all, like the crowd. You would have think it was not a preseason game. Like that shit was damn near packed. Like the atmosphere was crazy. It was just good being back in that atmosphere. Like given like the whole pandemic and shit, so it was just good being in that atmosphere. As far as the game, I like that lineup of Harris at the 2, Millsap at the 4, and you got Clax paired up with Harden just to be that lob threat and defensive center. The bench rotations, I do have a problem because like when the bench came in, it's like the game kind of slowed down, and when it's like the offense came to a screeching halt. Like guys were making mistakes. Like it just felt like the same problems we ran with Philly. So I think the bench will be figured out somewhat through the season, but overall, like it was a fire time. Like I had a blast. Crowd was into it. They booed Patrick Beverly off when he came off the bench every time. The shit was hilarious. But nah, I had a good time.
But I got a question for you. From sitting, because normally you sit, when you're watching a TV, you have that zoomed in view. Did it give you like when you, because I know you showed your spot and you were a little up higher, but like seeing it from that vantage point where you get like the full layout, did it look a little like, did you gain any insights from just seeing from a more of like a wider stance where you actually get to see the whole thing opposed to following the camera about as far as their playmaking and whatnot?
You definitely see the little things. You see guys talking to each other, kind of hinting each other to queue up to do this, do that. You saw Joe Harris and Claxton talk a lot just about where they should be. You saw Katie and Harden talk a lot. You saw bench players talk a lot. On top of that, you see a lot of guys signaling who to go where. You saw Katie signal to Joe a lot to go here and there, and that's what set him up a lot.
See, that's good to hear because you don't necessarily, because the camera's always zoomed in on TV, it's like stuff like that you don't get to see all at once in a wider view, that it's good to know that like these dudes are talking a lot more than you think, which is, leads me to believe that the emphasis on defense is a lot higher than it ever used to be.
Right. Yeah, it's very interesting to see because it's the little things you don't see on camera. Like for instance, Kevin Durant is quick as shit for his size. He has no reason being that fast, and because on camera, he like, damn, that's quick. But when you really see him in person, his size and the speed he goes at, it's like this is a real human being. On top of that, you have Harden. It's like you see him make those passes. It's like, wow, because in person it happens so fast, but on TV you see it happen in such a slower motion. If that makes sense. Like I don't know if that made, but that
it
make
makes
sense. I know I sound high as shit, but
that's why I asked you because it's the same thing when anytime you go to a game and you get to sit back and see the whole thing opposed to like a zoomed in area. There's so much more of the game you don't necessarily see what's going on, but from your vantage point, that's good to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Pat Bev was an asshole the whole game.
Fuck Pat Bev.
Like
him.
He made it his whole mission just to be an asshole the entire game.
Well, that's par for the course for that man.
Yeah.
Maybe some comments. Somebody said Harden with 14 assists, fire. Millsap on the bench. I want to see my boy Cam shine, but Nash is a F boy. I'm a Cam stan. Play the kid, meathead.
People are gonna be ODing on that all year, and you have.
He's a rookie though, y'all. Why y'all expect him to play like? Why y'all expect him to play so much?
It's because he can score. They think you should, sit down. Who are you gonna sit? Yeah, they'll be like, sit Joe.
Somebody said that's Pat P. Bab. Love him or hate him. Harden had a long talk to Beverly after the game. What I want to get into is the Clax. A lot of people were doubting him. A lot of people were saying, a lot of things about Clax, but he showed up. Let me run the clip. He showed up tonight. He was dogging tonight. What do you have? 11 points, 7 rebounds. Let me do the stats.
Like 13, I believe.
But remember, it's preseason.
It wasn't just offense though. It wasn't just offense though. It was like defense, rebounding. It was, he looked good all around. Yeah, like I said, sometimes when Harden was off the floor, like Claxton still was rebounding again, but blocking shots. He was guarding Karl Anthony Towns. So it's like, did Claxton give a little edge to Steve Nash? Like, yo, bro, should you start me? Let me know in the chat. Right? Let me know. I'm gonna put a poll up. Should Claxton start? Did he do enough to say, yo, come on, Blake at the 5, Nash, or are you gonna start me? Like, what are you gonna do?
The difference was night and day. Like we immediately started taking the lead, and it's like with Blake, we would have had trouble. Like I love Blake, but would have been a different story if he started.
I mean, it was nice to finally see the man. It was nice to finally see the man like have the game he was supposed to be having, that we've been wanting to see. So I will give that to him. So
y'all don't think he should start? Y'all want the Joe Harris Blake?
Oh hell no! I want let Cam Thomas. I mean,
or y'all want Lamarcus?
Let Claxton.
I just feel because the rotation was the rotations tonight. I feel like we're gonna be like what the rotations are gonna be. Like during the season, I think it's going to be close to this. I think it's going to be what we saw tonight is going to be what the closest is. And they rested Blake tonight, but the second unit was Patty, Javon, LMA, Lamarcus, Harden, Bembry, and was it Patty, Javon, Lamarcus, and Harden and Bembry? I think that was second unit, right? Yeah. Tonight,
I got no problems with that unit, honestly.
The second unit.
It looked like. Seeing it on court, it looked like they all knew where they were. They all knew what to do, how to do it. If this didn't work, do this. Like, it just looked in sync compared to Philly.
Yeah.
I will have a couple Claxton highlights here in a minute for you that I'm working out.
Oh, okay. The Clax highlights.
I got you. Just give me
Age. Shout out Age. He said he saw a lob tonight. Yeah, Lob City Nets it's been a while since Lob City Nets has been back, and it's definitely back tonight.
That was good to see. I'm gonna give because me and Age and somebody else, Daniel, were I was arguing with them about Clax earlier in the day, where it was just like I'm not ready to go OD on him, give him a big like I need to see the progression from last year. I need to see it. Like
if he does this against the Bucks,
he does
though,
this every
like I
game,
said,
yeah.
if he does this every
I
game,
agree,
like come on.
I agree. If this is what you see every time he goes out, especially when he's with Harden, that's great. My argument's always been I need to see him do this without Harden. That's kind of like part of my complaint about him. But other than that, like if he does this every game, I'm not going to complain.
I was gonna say, but with Claxton, it's like, are you kind of like, is he gonna give us his energy every night? That's the only thing with him, like, because the energy was there tonight. Like this, he gave us that energy. Like if we can get this energy, because you know how we always slow in the first quarter of every game.
Yeah. If
he gives us this energy like he gave us tonight, like every night, like I'm ready to, I might start him. I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, but. I want to see. I'm about to put the poll up. See what everybody thinks.
Depends on what we see next week. Starting now, like
I
think, it's really up to the coaches now because I feel like that was the most optimal lineup for the situation we're in. Like, because
the one we saw tonight.
Yeah, Joe Harris at the 2, James Harden, Millsap, Clax, and Kate. That's a solid ass lineup.
That shit's solid as fuck. That's real universal. You could play that.
Put it this way. This was the first time I've seen a lineup of some of the same players last year minus Millsap. We didn't start slow.
Yeah.
Like we didn't fully start slow. We actually took off. We took control immediately and just never looked back. And I think that lineup should be, if it's not going to be permanent, it should be put in the back burner in Nash's mind, like to use that lineup because that is a good lineup.
Like one of the go-tos?
Yeah, one of the go-tos.
And then that second unit, how you guys feel about Patty, Mills, Javon, and Harden? I mean, that's kind of like a small second unit, but and Bembry tonight, I don't know why he kept playing Bembry. Like maybe just to get a look at him, but I feel like Bembry took Bruce Brown's minutes tonight, and it was like,
did Bruce got play last game? Bembry didn't, so I think he's just kind of doing.
He's just trying to like see what Bembry's doing.
Yeah, giving rest to some guys. That's kind of why I think Blake in. I got a couple of those videos if you want me to show. I think one is a putback dunk by Clax, and then an alley-oop dunk.
That's fine. You can run it.
That's so exactly what you want to see. The versatility of Claxton on both ends.
Yeah.
Harden off glass. No.
That was one.
Of course, who's not playing here tonight, former Brooklyn Net.
Lob to Claxton.
Lob City Nets. Lob City Nets is back.
Yeah, that was. He was.
It was good. It's good to see that, especially with Harden and Claxton.
Yeah.
With Bembry, I will say, since seeing it in person, Bembry does a lot of little things you don't pay attention to. Like with Patty, he is literally in the person handling the ball's face. On top of that, it's like he knows what to do on defense and tells people where to go. You see him, he'll tell Joe, stay there, I'll fight over the screen. You fight over the screen, I'll back you up. Patty, you see with Lamarcus, he's telling Lamarcus, stay there, I got you, just in case you can't follow him laterally. Like, it's the little things you don't see on camera. When you really see it in person, it's like, okay, I understand.
Damn. So you think Bembry could take Bruce Brown's minutes, or you think
no, stop it, no way.
Let's not go there.
No,
I'm just saying, bro.
Bruce Brown is a much better. I mean, listen, I love Bembry. I like Bembry. What he's bringing is hustle, but he is a low budget Bruce Brown.
Pretty much.
I'm not trying
right now, but he could.
I'm not saying he could or couldn't. I'm just saying if you gave me an option, because they're very similar players, I think Bembry has a little bit more anger going to the rack than Bruce does, but I'm just saying they're very similar as far as like the hustle play, good defense, harassment. I'm not willing to give Bembry minutes over Bruce Brown. No.
There was not one moment that Bembry or Patty wasn't on the floor fighting for the loose balls or the steals. Like, they were everywhere. It looked like just from seeing it.
I'm just asking questions, bro.
Look at you, dude.
Relax, Jay. Wait, Jay. Weren't you the one who said Claxton got a? I don't know about Claxton. And look what Claxton did today, bro. Claxton Claxton pulled your card tonight, Jay. Don't do that. Don't do that.
AJ, is your name really Aloysius? Because
Nah,
if it is,
Jesus.
is it really Aloysius?
Nah, Jay's just doing that.
No, I mean, I listen. I mean, what is good to see is that because think about when we picked up a lot of these guys, right? I remember when we got Javon Carter in that trade and that pick, and people were trashing Javon Carter, and it's like he's doing what he's asked to do. He's not horrible. Same thing with Bembry. He's not terrible. Like they're there for specific roles and they're doing it. And at least the part that I like it that these guys are doing is that they're not like, yes, when KD and Harden went out compared to last year and Kyrie compared to this year, yeah, the other team might come back a little bit, but at the same token, they're not giving up a massive lead and we're not going into the negative.
Yeah,
they're keeping it close.
Last year.
Exactly, you're keeping it close because you have the Bembry, you have Carter, you'll have Brown in there, you'll have some of these other guys that at least keep the game close, and then you bring your starters back in and they go to work. I mean, that's a beautiful thing that I've been noticing in comparison to last year. Can we talk about Joe Harris? 8 for 12.
Damn.
7 for 10.
I don't know, man.
23 points. 5 rebounds.
I don't know.
3 assists.
Nah, Joe was good. Joe was great tonight. Dirty Joe was
27.
Dirty Joe
And Claxton was plus 26.
Where was that game 7?
Put it this way.
I know. People are going to say that.
That's going to be the comments. Where was this game 7?
Yeah. Exactly.
Saint to put it in. He got the biggest standing ovation when he came up out of the starters.
Did he? Nice.
Yeah, he did his thing tonight.
Yeah, no, that was good. I know, but it was good. Well, I mean, this is the question though too, that somebody did bring up before about Joe is that now that Joe is playing, his the 2 spot, do you think he's a lot more comfortable in that? Do you think that would, like if he was in that same spot and we had that kind of lineup that we had tonight in the playoffs, do you think that makes him more comfortable, less pressure?
Yeah, because imagine being Joe Harris, knowing you're not that good defensively, having to play the small forward, power forward position every night.
Yeah,
you have to guard. But he would have had to guard Naz Reid, like someone else on the Noel on the Timberwolves. He was more comfortable in that position, and you see the confidence grow over the game.
Somebody said not. Yeah, I mean, Lenny said not talking about Harris until the playoffs. I'm with you.
Damn. But you got to recognize his game.
Getting defended. He's not getting defended from people who are bigger than him. And he's not having to score over people who are bigger than them. I mean, he's 6'6". That's a pretty big shooting guard. But when you're talking about small forwards 6'8", 6'9", and that outweigh him by 20, 30 pounds, it's difficult on defense and on offense. He always should have been a 2. I mean, I get with Kyrie there. I still don't get why they played him at the 3 so much. They should have brought him off the bench.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a 4, not even a 3. They barely.
He only had one foul. He only had
played
one
him 3
foul tonight, so that's a good thing. He played 30 minutes, only had 1 foul. His defense didn't look. Nobody freaked out during the game, saying how bad his defense was. So it wasn't too bad. So there's progress there. That's the way I'm seeing it. There's progress.
If your name is Steven, you don't get to have an opinion. That's all I'm gonna say.
Steve. So what about Steve?
I can't trust nobody named Steven. I just can't. Somebody could be giving me so much game. Somebody could be giving me so much game. I'm gonna be like, bro, thank you. What's your name? They'd be my name's Steven. Everything goes out the window. What you just
Steven O. He was the third option on offense tonight, and he led all scorers. I don't know. There's a case to be said.
Yeah, it is.
He isn't the third option. I mean, I'm sorry, but he literally. I know it's the Timberwolves, but still, he was the third option. Did leave all the way. The only person that had negative.
Yeah, good games. He was
was Paul Millsap.
He had a good game.
Little boy back.
Yeah, good game. Yeah,
Little boy back.
That's funny.
Oh man.
No, like who so far tonight impressed you the most? What came out with you? Like who is the guy that impressed you the most today? Is it unanimous like Claxton or I think
Honestly,
Lamar? I mean, Damn, I didn't realize Lamarcus had 8 for 8 from free throws. I
yeah,
wasn't even
it
paying
was Lamar. It
attention with
was
that.
Lamarcus impressed me the most.
He was
Like
low
he
on the
impressed.
rebounds and
Yeah,
whatnot. He only had 2, but yeah, he was 4 for 8.
Lamarcus was easy offense the entire second quarter to the rest of the game. Like literally, they just dumped the ball to him. He worked, either got a foul or it went in, or he managed to create space for someone else to get open. Like Lamarcus was underrated tonight.
Should Claxton start?
Lamarcus, bro. I swear, bro. Like, and this is no lie. Lamarcus, bro, that man be reminding me of me, and that's on everything, bro.
Stupid.
I'm dead serious, bro. I'll be like, bro, like.
I think I've literally
did
heard you say every player on the Nets team, and with the exception of Joe, reminds you of you.
Bro, I love. I'm so excited to have Lamarcus, bro.
Like
Lamarcus, Katie, and Harris had a good game tonight, bro.
And I'm so glad we don't have DJ, because you dump it into the post with DJ, he's not doing anything.
No.
And with Lamarcus, every time they dumped it in, you saw the defense of the Timberwolves was like, so do we double him or do we just stay? Because he scored on what? He had Cat. He scored on Cat what, twice, 3 times in the post in the mid range. And the more they just dumped it into him, he either got a foul, went to the line, he went perfect tonight, or was able just to pass it out, move the ball around. And I think dump it to Lamarcus is going to be the key thing this whole season off the bench if he doesn't start.
Bro, Lamarcus, he's one of the best mid range shooters ever, bro. He is. He got to be like number 9 and number 10 all the time. He underrated for real. He's one of the best shooters, like as a 4 and 5 ever in general.
What were the numbers as far as turnovers tonight? What do we have? How bad was the turnovers? Well, let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8.
We didn't
9,
commit
10,
much.
11, 12.
Like just from watching, I don't know.
We had 20 turnovers though. We did have 20 turnovers.
Damn.
They also had 6 and 8. They had 17, so we were, they had 3 less than us. So it wasn't, I still don't like 20 turnovers, but it was pretty even as there. But let's see here, man. Let's read some comments. Why haven't I seen Sharp and Kessler getting any minutes? Even Thomas barely gets minutes. Listen, most people forget how many. Well, I don't say most people, but I think some people do forget how many new people we have on the team right now. And I think they are definitely trying to work out the starting lineup and how it works and who's comfortable. They're still trying to figure that out. One of Harden's interviews the other day, he said that, like, hey, we're still trying to figure things out. Some of us have never played together. So I know people want to see Cam. I know people want to see Sharp. I wanted to see Sharp the other game. Mm-hmm. I was like, there's no reason. Like, 2 centers are out. Why is the dude not getting any play until the last minute, But you got to remember, these dudes are rookies. They're not – the team is not building, for them. It's built for the guys, the veterans, the dudes that are already there. Like, these guys will get play at some point, but it's a little bit more important to get the starters going. I know – people are going to be crying all year, like when they don't see Cam Thomas. I can already see it coming. When Cam Thomas is not getting his play.
I like Matt tweets, where's Cam Thomas? I'm like, bro, he's on the bench. Why you all keep asking me where he's at?
People need to accept that Cam Thomas is going to spend a lot of time on the bench this year. Unless a catastrophic injury, the young guy is going to be riding that bench. I hate to say it. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's just facts.
The poll right now, so I put the poll up, so should Nicholas Claxton start? 73% of y'all said yes, and 27% said no. So I guess y'all want Nick to start then, I guess.
What about Lamarcus? Well, how about this? Do the poll. Lamarcus Aldridge or Claxton? Who do you want to start? That should have been that poll.
Aren't they choosing Nick to start though?
But you did say, remember your tweet about, hey, I would like this lineup, but with LMA. Have you changed your mind since earlier today, or?
That's tough now. Yeah, it's tough. You know what it is? I think with what I saw from Claxton today, I just feel like he could give us that energy, that energy boost. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, the pace.
Yeah, the pace is faster, and like I said, and he can guard 1-5, so it's like he can switch, and the switches are just like boom, boom, boom. I don't know about Lamarcus can do that real fast, like right off the bat. So I'm like,
He's a big man.
The thing is, like Lamarcus is going to come right off the bench. Like Lamarcus is going to be 6 man anyway, so it's like. But I might have to change my mind. I might go with Claxton. This lineup though, Paul Millsap, Lamarcus, Joe Harris.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the one, bro. I don't want Blake in that lineup.
Today he was good today. Like,
yeah, I think we should roll that out first. I think we should roll that out. I guess it depends on the team, though. It does depend on the team that we play. But if we're going to like, I feel like against the Bucks. It should be Lamarcus. It should be Lamarcus versus the Bucks. Yeah, it should be Lamarcus versus the Bucks.
I don't understand when people help me understand when people type stuff like this in the chat. Neptune, you crazy. Not one person here said Ho Harris is better than Kyrie.
They just be drawing conclusions, bro. That's why
your problem.
Bro, they just doing that
kind of
out of all the conversation that we were just talking about, that's what you spent your time trying to think like.
AJ, while you were gone, I said Lamarcus. I feel like Lamarcus was a top 10 mid-range shooter, and like Lamarcus is a top 10 all time. Like, bro, like
people.
I just think that
people like to.
Like it's like I just completely disregarded.
That's like me saying Steve Nash can't do a 360 dunk, but someone can. You saying Steve Nash not athletic? He can't dunk, like, bro, no.
Yeah, like shut up. Like what the fuck?
LMA boot up. LMA, man. I call him Market. I don't want to call him LA. Y'all want to call him LA? Every time I think of I don't want to call him the Lakers. I don't want to call him the Lakers. I call him LMA. Y'all call him LA.
I'm just start calling him Marcus. That's what I'm gonna do.
Jay, how you know who LMA is?
I'm just gonna call him Marcus.
Yeah, he said, "How you know who LMA is?"
How you know who LMA is, Jay?
I'm joking. Nah, JB, he be in tune. Jay in tune. He in tune.
You know the name of the song too. That song kind of hard. You know that bitch kind of hard.
I joined go hard. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody said, "Well, LMA baby all day." Shout out to Real Parody. Yeah, I mean, well, y'all. Does anybody here call him LA? I'm just asking. Do y'all call him LA? I call him LMA.
Some people do. I can't. We were in a discussion yesterday about that where they were talking.
I don't like calling him LA though.
We'll just call him LA for short. I don't know why.
Los Angeles. I think Los Angeles.
You know, that's the enemy. Like that's the enemy.
It's the enemy, yo. I don't want to call him Llama. Somebody said Llama. Y'all want to call him Llama?
Llama. I said Marcus.
Llama or Llama? I'm saying is that Llama or Llama?
That's Llama.
What's his number? We can get a little.
Okay, shout out Age.
Marcus is 21.
Age said he calls him LMA.
Yeah,
Nicholas Reed said JB boot up.
Bad juju.
He said JB boot up. That's how he knows who LMA is because he be boot up.
That's funny.
Nah, man.
Bad juju.
LMA is easy offense, man. That tonight showed it. Like that's him.
Yeah, he like I said, he was getting buckets in that second unit. That's why I'm kind of like, yo, he's not bad off the bench because he was getting,
he came off the bench, gave you 16 points. I mean, he didn't really have a good defensive. He did have one steal, just one turnover, a couple of fouls, but I mean, dude was getting fouls. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Like, what more could you ask as well? Like, he was 4 from 8 for the field, but he still can get those fouls. That is something too, though, that is underrated in comparison to say. To Claxton, right? Like Claxton only got to the line one time. Like that is something to say about for a big to be able to draw fouls. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I think you could use them either way, but what's that? Go on.
Somebody the comments are going crazy.
Julian got some of the comments in here festa.
Yo, Brian Flores said call him LMAO. Wait.
LMAO, wow.
What?
Yo, y'all are going crazy in the comments. Patty look cold. Yeah, how y'all feel about Patty Mills tonight? I mean, I liked his defense.
His defense was.
He had a couple.
He was getting them steals.
Yeah, his defense was so good, I didn't really care if his offense was that bad. Put it this way, like he was still.
I didn't realize his defense was that good because, like, I watched him on Spurs, but I never really realized, like.
Yeah, man, like he was so good defensively. I really didn't mind him being that cold on offense.
Cake Spoo from Australia said she don't want to talk about Patty. Listen, the deal about Patty. Listen, if
Not
you
even gonna
see,
talk
wasn't
about
that
Sean
bad. Was he that bad?
no, but I mean that's the thing. If you see Patty though, and you've seen him in the games, he just doesn't look comfortable yet. But if you've watched Patty play, you watched him in the Olympics, and then you've watched him with the Spurs. Like the dude can play. I just don't think he's found his flow yet. Like he hasn't found his.
Nash doesn't put him in his spots. Like,
No,
are you gonna run?
has-
Are you gonna like run Patty off screens like you do for Joe Harris, or are you just gonna give Patty the ball? That's what I'm saying about the offense. The offense didn't look good. Like, you gonna run Patty off screens, or are you just gonna let Patty create by himself? Like, you got to make, decide what he's gonna do. What is Patty Mills gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what he's gonna do yet. So, like,
he's gonna figure it out. Like Patty's
His
not a
defense
stupid,
kept him in the
stupid
game.
guy.
His
Exactly.
defense kept him in the game. He still gave us defense, so I can't complain.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know why it was easier for Javon Carter to kind of find. It feels like Javon Carter is fit in quicker than Patty has. And granted, they are different types of players, but to some degree. But I just think that's what it comes down to.
Damn, they said Patty you ain't Kyrie in the comments. Damn.
What did they say?
They said Patty you ain't Kyrie.
Hey,
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
listen, dude.
Patty got defense, bro. Come on.
Patty, he's not gonna create like Kyrie. That's not Patty. I mean,
Just 'cause
Patty
we're
can
not
create on a
talking
dribble,
about-
but he's not like he's not. He's
I
not
mean,
like
obviously,
Kyrie.
like Kyrie might be the best shot creator in the
Just
league.
because
Yeah,
we're not
obviously.
talking about Kyrie right now, we're not looking to replace him. Okay, so calm down. I see a lot of Kyrie people getting mad.
The Kyrie comments are coming.
Yeah,
Kyrie.
somebody already asked when we were going to talk about it, and I said we will, but later. Like hey, listen, we will address the Kyrie thing that came out yesterday and give our thoughts. Literally went word for word through the video, wrote down notes because I don't like paraphrasing somebody else's words. I like to hear it from him, and we'll get into that. But we really wanted to talk about the Nets in the game, like before we get into that, because that's the easy topic. That's the easy attention getter. It is what it is, but.
So y'all feel like Javon Carter should come in that second unit, or is she like? How y'all feel about that being him in
Yeah,
that
keep
second
him in
unit?
that second unit.
Keeping that second unit.
Seeing how he plays, he's literally a short 3-and-D wing. Like literally, he's just a short 3-and-D wing. If he was taller, he would be an amazing 3-and-D wing. But he's literally just short. He's just a point guard, like a 3-and-D wing stuck in a point guard's body. Like literally.
Yeah, he can shoot, bro. I was surprised. Like I was like, yo, this guy, like off the dribble, he can shoot.
Like if you could take his shot and give it to Bruce Brown, that'd be awesome.
Money.
That would be crazy.
Right? Like, because I'm not just like, Javon Carter's got great defense. Bruce Brown's got defense. But the one argument that you could make about Bruce Brown is that his shot is suspect, but he's working on it, which I'm happy to see. And from what I've seen from him so far, I'm happy. You can tell the dude's trying to progress. Just you could take Carter's shot and just give it to Bruce. That would be beautiful. Yeah. But I got no problems with Carter. I think he is a guy you hold on to in the event of any unforeseeable issues. I don't know how much, if it's going to be, if you're going to be seeing Patty Mills and Javon Carter get the same. They both played about 20 minutes tonight. I don't know if that's what you're going to see regularly, but I mean, right now, neither of them are. I don't have any issues with them. I like what I see so far, and I think that only gets better. Like I see Bembry, Carter, Patty Mills. Who's the other new guy? Like I see. Well, I'll just stick with those guys. Like in James Johnson, I think Patty, Javon, Bembry.
I forgot about Jade.
Yeah,
he
didn't play tonight either. But I think those guys are going to come around within the first month of the season, right? They're going to get continuous play, continuous practice. Because once that season starts, those practices become routine. You know what I mean? You get into your role and you just start doing things. And I think we'll be a little bit more like surprised and happy with their play out there. They just need some consistency. That's it.
And can I just say, Javon Carter cannot make a layup to save his life. He was bricking layup. He was bricking layup in the layup line, in the practice layup line. I'm watching him practicing like the up and unders, even basic layups, bro. It's going across the rim, bouncing out the rim, going in and out the rim. Like, what the hell? You can't make a layup? Like it was
Damn,
it was
son.
crazy. He can shoot, but can't make a layup. But you can't make that up. You can't make that up.
Damn, why they coming at Shaman in the comments? What did Shaman do to y'all, yo? Damn, yo.
Why Shaman getting
Shaman
But
not
yeah.
even on the team anymore, bro.
As far as James Johnson though, like I feel like I don't know if he's gonna get that many minutes now. Like I said, like the front court is so crazy. I don't even know if he's gonna. I don't even know if he's gonna play at all. Like you think about Lamarcus, Paul, Blake. Like I don't know, man. I'm trying to see where he fits in, but I don't think he's gonna.
You don't see it.
I don't. Like I said, I don't. With the front court we have now, with Claxton, like I don't know, man.
I think
It's
he's
just not
there. I think James Johnson is there for when you have back-to-backs. I think he's there.
Oh, like when
for
people are out?
When you
Yeah,
empty
yeah.
the bench. I think you'll see James Johnson. I think that's when you'll realistically see him, honestly, because like you said, you're going to have Blake to rotate. You're going to have Paul Millsap, Claxton, Lamarcus. Like, yeah, where does he really fit in if you're rotating? But I just think he's there as an insurance, in my opinion.
So yeah, well, let me end the poll. There, you guys said that 75% of y'all said Claxton should start, and 26% said no. So Next Nation has decided 134 votes. Now we're gonna get to the Kyrie.
I'll be really mad if like the season starts and fucking Nash is like, nah, I think I'm just gonna start Blake and Joe 4 and 5. Like I'll be so hot, dude. I'll be so pissed.
I really want to see how he's
me.
gonna coach,
Really,
man. I just really want to see how Nash is gonna coach tonight.
Like it made me wonder
on Tuesday.
was-
I mean, yeah.
Like, do you really think Nash was coaching tonight, or was it somebody else?
It's tough. It's tough to. You can't really tell now. Like, I mean, the rotations were actually good tonight, so I don't even know like if it was him or it was Vaughn. Could never really tell anymore. Like, but during the Bucks game, we're gonna be able to tell. We're definitely gonna be able to tell in the Bucks game. So.
Hey, so when we get into talking, I was talking to Jay. You think should come up for this part?
You're talking about Jay from? Oh,
yeah.
He's I don't care. Like, what you can really do?
Yeah.
How do you? Are you talking about the Kyrie? You're talking about the Kyrie thing?
Kyrie, yeah. When we talk about
Kyrie,
okay, I think it'd be.
Bring my dog up.
I did. Hey, just so you know, this is how and I'll start my cam because I totally forgot. But listen, dude, I took pages of notes.
Damn, that's like Kyrie's notes when he had.
I did a Kyrie last night.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
took
that.
down because I took down what I thought were like the legit things that he said, and then I kind of wrote like little thoughts like attached to him, like because I mean, listen, I will say this prefacing before we started. It is okay to disagree with somebody and their choices, but respect what they're doing and still move on and still be a fan and still like look forward to your team. Like people, I will say this, just got way overboard. People either like all the way, like I'm looking in the comments. Some people are like, trade Kyrie, fuck Kyrie. Kyrie's a piece of shit. He's a loser. He's this. And then some people are like, do you, Kyrie? We'll be here when you get back. Like, or are just not tripping. So yeah, exactly. You're wasting your time with Kyrie. Like, well, then so what? Then are you like he's still a net? He's obviously makes the team better. Like, that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're that hateful of Kyrie, that it's probably more about you than it is him, right?
Thank you.
Nobody is gonna make you happy. Like, you are the only one that is like in charge of your happiness. Like, and if you're that hateful towards a player that plays basketball that you have no connection to other than watching on TV and he makes you that mad, that says something about you, not him. So, but
most of y'all need to be like saying, most of y'all hear 2 sentences and be like, okay, I'm done. I heard, all I need to hear. Like, shout out to Saint for actually listening to the whole 24. Not saying it was all positive. I mean, I was confused.
Did you listen to it when the live, or you were too late?
I watched it on YouTube after. I didn't even know. I watched it. But
yeah, I remember like when I got the notification, I was like, "Whoa, Kyrie's live!" And I rushed to my phone and was like glued to the screen. But, from my take was like all the sports shows was like I knew they were gonna do this. Like they basically just said, "Oh, we didn't understand what Kyrie was saying." You still got to trade him. You still got to trade him. That's basically all the sports shows. All they said is still got to trade him. Still got to trade him. Like they didn't really listen to what Kyrie was saying. But he just made things clear. Like he's not comfortable with the vax. He still supports the team. He's not going to retire. He still loves being in net. He loves Brooklyn.
He left the door open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that. Like that's all I got from him. Like I'm ready to move on, and I don't know why people are still like all aggy and angry. It's like I'm ready to just move on to the season.
He said something about doing more research, and so I don't know what that means. But when people were saying that it would, like it's confusing. I thought it was pretty. Easy. Just
let me.
He said a couple.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, Julian. Go on. I'll shut up. Go on.
Yeah, he said he wasn't anti, but obviously he still. I'm not gonna call him a liar, but obviously he still doesn't want to take it and stuff like that. But it was pretty easy to understand to me. He said we're gonna do more research and hopefully get back to it. But,
yeah. Somebody said Nick Wright just came out and said Nets have no other choice. Yeah, like I said, they didn't listen to anything Kyrie said, and they're just talking about trading. That's what I told you. These guys are just doing it for the headlines and for clickbait and all that. Stephen A. clickbait and stuff. No one really broke down what he said. No,
they edited it too.
They edited.
I was watching some of the things they said, and it was like they almost kind of paraphrased a lot of what he said, and it almost kind of like fit a narrative because. Like I watched the video and like he literally said like the one like sometimes you have to like really listen because a lot of people I think today don't really listen to people. They're just waiting to hear either their answer they're looking for or they're just waiting to respond before you've even finished what you're saying. And I kind of feel like that was like in some way like in here the one thing that stuck out the most to me but because, this was a great thing to hear him speak because I think if he would have just came out.
Yeah, sooner.
I think if he would have came out sooner. Now, I don't know. The big thing let's just talk about this. The big thing from his speech was he said that he was promised an exemption, right? That was the big thing that I took away from it, which if that is true, again, taking his words, I'm not like trying to do that. But if the exemption was promised to him, the questions that pop out for me are like, well, who promised him that? Was it the Nets? Was it the NBA? Was it New York State? And what's the time frame of like when the mandate went in to when he was promised his exemption and when he found out he wasn't going to get it? And then it's like, well, if he was promised, then he must have known. Somebody must have told him he's not getting it. So, and it doesn't make sense too, where it's like and again, I'm not trying to debate whether what he's saying is true or not. I'm just taking what he's given me. And it does bring up questions, you know what I'm saying? But he does go on to say that, listen, he's like, I'm not retiring. He's like, I'm not giving up the game for the vaccine mandate or that I'm even going to stay unvaccinated. He said, don't believe all that. So to me, the large part I got from it is a guy that's still thinking about what to do. He's still weighing his options. And yes, some people in life take a lot longer than we would like to make decisions. And we are pushy Net fans. We want majority, if not all of us, want him to be there. Like our team is a lot better if that man is in the starting lineup with what we already got. So, that was the main portion of what I talked. And it sucked. Yeah, you didn't get an answer one way or the other, what he was going to do. And I wish we could have had that, but it was, the Nets made their decision. Kyrie just came out, said what he was thinking, what he was feeling. And now it's next man up until an answer comes. Unfortunately, we don't know when that's going to be.
Oh yeah. By the way, the news tonight was KD spoke, got interviewed. Basically, I'm reading some of his quotes. It says, "I definitely want Kyrie to be around. I wish none of this ever happened, but this is a situation that we're in." Then somebody asked him, "Are you mad?" And he said, "What is being mad going to do? It's not going to change his mind."
Facts.
And then the Kyrie topic is probably going to keep coming up all year, but there's no point in getting irritated by it. Understands the media has to do their job. Then let's just have to focus and do theirs. And then I'm looking for another. And he said he hasn't spoken with Kyrie Irving since Tuesday. So
Harden or KD?
KD said that he hasn't spoken with Kyrie since Tuesday.
I don't think that means that he's mad at Kyrie. He might just be mad at the situation. There's a lot of ways to interpret that, but people keep trying to push the narrative that like KD has something to do with the decision, and that shit really aggravates me, bro. Like that shit really aggravates me. You don't know him like that, like
Yeah.
This is clearly him. The only one time that I found in his speech that he kind of contradicted himself a little bit was where that he was saying like he's not an advocate for either side, but the majority of what he was talking about was just
you don't want to get it.
And not being forced to get it. And this is where I get I mean, it's like at the end of the day, whether we're a woman, man, whatever it is, nobody likes being told what to do with their body. Like, I'm pretty sure if like some law got passed that said all men are supposed to get vasectomies so we could cut down on the children birth in America, people we'd all lose our minds, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Like we would all lose our damn minds. Like, and it's like you look at what women go through, and you have dudes, you have a bunch of old white dudes that have been running the government for damn near 40, 50 years, sitting up there, not one woman sitting around trying to decide what they're going to do with their bodies. So it's like, on that level of respect, I do get where he's coming from. It just, and to stand strong by it, like, that's on him. That's his choice. Like, so I get it, and the one other thing that he did say that I thought was kind of important to it was it's just like, hey, like, you try to force people to make a decision, and if you make a decision based off fear, anxiety, or just not fully knowing what you're going to do, that's a wrong way to make a decision, because you usually make bad decisions. So this is a man to me that's taking his time to figure out what he wants to do, and unfortunately we don't get to enjoy watching him on the court. And whether we do again is who knows. I mean, that's the biggest thing from this is like, you don't know, how long do the Nets wait? How long do the Nets wait to get an answer? Like, you don't know.
Yeah. Oh, shout out Aldridge sent me the clip of KD. Well, I'm about to play it right now.
Why aren't you guys
upset?
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, why aren't you upset?
Because it's we still get to do what we love to do every day. We still get the opportunity to play. This is not the ideal situation coming into the season, but some of this out of our control. So what we can do is come in and focus on our jobs every single day. And what is being mad going to do? We're not going to change his mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we'll let him figure out what he needs to do, and the team figure out, what they need to do. And us as players, when we in the locker room, we on the floor, we're going to work with each other. So, life is amazing. So I can't be too mad at somebody making a decision for themselves. That's who am I to get upset at that, So just focus on what we got in this locker room. And when Kai's ready, I'm sure he'll talk to Joe and Sean, and they'll figure that out, and they'll tell us. So until then, we're going to keep grinding.
You said life is amazing.
Why are you not mad? Like, bro.
Yeah, like, why?
Why
kind of question? I hate these reporters, man. These reporters are the worst questions.
Well, why are you not mad? If be mad, why it would be them? We should, like, we're more mad than the guy that actually gets to play next to him, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he said, "Why are you mad?"
Yeah, that's a stupid ass question.
That's my best friend, bro. What are you talking about?
He's trying to get KD to be aggy, I guess, to get him angry or something like that.
Trying to get a negative.
And I gotta ask when people say this, KD, how do you get KD is basically saying trade his ass from that? Like, are you like top notch therapist? Like, do you have?
Where did you hear that?
I don't even be listening.
He must be listening to something else. I don't think he got the right headphones in, because he must be listening to something else.
Or this one, KD is definitely mad. Yes.
Same thing with Harden. Harden had somebody asked him, he was like, "Did you talk to Kyrie?" He said, "No." And everybody was like, "Oh, that means this." I'm like, bro, like, he said one thing. He didn't even look like he had an attitude. He looked like he didn't really. He was tired of the media asking him questions. But like, how do you get that from?
Well, look at the video, y'all, because KD's face expression wasn't like a mad expression. He was
he said that in an angry too, like shaking my head. Like, I don't know if you're joking. I don't know if this person's joking or real, but
angry tone. Not really.
He has bass in his.
You guys gotta watch the video.
He has testosterone, bro. So.
Or maybe here's a novel idea. Sorry to interrupt you, Julian, but here's a novel idea. maybe he sounds frustrated because he's tired of these motherfuckers just asking nothing but the same questions.
Yeah, I'll
and
be
not
mad too.
asking about how the game was, or hey, how is it
Facts.
to see Claxton step up and be a man and like
Thank
and
you.
like and
Exactly.
killing it? Like
Yeah.
maybe they're annoyed that that's all we're asking or that the media is asking. I mean, there is. I mean, what up, Jay? I mean, come on. Like, people need to get a little grip on this situation. And it's like, yes, you can, like me personally, yes, I hate it and I'm annoyed as a fan that Kyrie's not here. I hate it. I wish he was here. The selfish part of me wants that man on this team so I can watch the team that I've been fucking voting, like rooting for 30 years to go win a chip. And
Yeah.
he's at home chilling. That part of me is pissed because I fucking want to win a chip and I want Kyrie to do it there. But on the same side, like that's my personal selfish side. But on the other side, the real side, if any one of my co-hosts came up to me and said, yo, dude, I can't come on the stream because I don't know, Chubbs called me a moron and I have a real hard thing about like moron and like he was just so devout. I'm gonna back him like, hey, dude, do what you gotta do. Like, you know, I just don't know how people don't get that, man. People OD. What is up, Jay?
Yeah, I don't think Katie's mad at him, bro. He's not mad.
No.
Why would you?
He
Like, you
knows
don't.
what it's
There's
like
nothing to
to
be
be
mad about. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to be mad about.
Bro,
It's
Katie
just
knows what it's like to be crucified by the media, bro. He's very sympathetic to Kyrie, bro.
If Katie was mad, he's probably mad at New York or at the mandates. He's probably mad at the mandates.
Yeah.
That's what he should be mad at. The mandates, the New York mandates. Like
the mandates that make no sense. It says a
Yeah.
visiting player can come play, but your home player can't. Like,
yeah, he shouldn't be mad that the rules. Like the rules are messed up. You know, the rules are allowing people who are unvaccinated to play in the Barclays, but people who are, you know, it's just come on. That's what he should be mad at. If he was mad, I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, dude, when it comes to the vax, at the end of the day, that's a personal decision, even to get it. Just because you got it doesn't put you in like the I'm right party and you're wrong party. I mean, that was the other thing that I took from his speech that I do agree with. I never thought I would actually agree with Kyrie more than I did, but actually watching what he said and breaking it down. But I mean, there is a point where he does say that it's like people literally have divided to you that I got the vax. That means I'm better than you. If you didn't get the vax, then there's something wrong with you and you're crazy and you're this, you're that. And it's like there's so much like political divide, vitriol, like get it or you're a loser or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, hey, dude, everybody has a choice at the end of the day. And I'm never going to knock what your choice is, no matter what it is. If I love you as a brother or your friend or family, I'm gonna love you either way. I may not agree with your decision, but I'm gonna support you. And I don't know. It's like people have lost that in this country, and especially like sports fans, people that like just it's like either your team wins or all life sucks. But anyways, I'm done with my gripe. I'll shut the fuck up.
Let me read some comments. Somebody said you're not getting attacked for not getting it. Not my fault. Lakers have no defense. Oh, y'all going crazy in the comments. Somebody said facts saying Kyrie's the goal. I keep on seeing Nets fans say Kyrie for De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. What? Ew. Oh. Yo, y'all are terrible. Y'all are worse than Stephen A. and them for with these trade scenarios, man. But Jay, what's good, bro? I know he's at the game. Tell us your
Jay, you were at the game tonight?
Were you at the game, Jay?
Yeah.
What's your take? What was your take on it? And I know you saw your boy Clax. You know what I'm saying? Clax attack, baby.
I don't know if Clax was Jay's boy. I mean,
I know that's what I said. His boy, Jay. You know, man, Clax, baby.
I love Clax, but
yeah.
No, I mean he showed up tonight, but I'm not going to celebrate him showing up tonight.
Yeah,
he's got to be consistent.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, so yes or no to the Bucks the Bucks game. How you feel about like who can he start that game, or would you rather Lamarcus?
I would rather Lamarcus because I want to disagree with something the Saints said slightly. Lamarcus's defense tonight was not that bad because the biggest knock against him would be that he can't guard on the perimeter. He was out on the perimeter, and if we're gonna be honest, between Lamarcus and Clax, they shut Cat down tonight.
Yeah, they did. I will agree with
That's
that.
a
I
fact.
didn't say his defense was bad. I just said it really wasn't there too much. That was more what I said. But you proved me about the perimeter. That is a good point.
The thing that a lot of people don't realize, and it's funny because, like, I give my son a lot of compliments because he's like just basketball everything. He was commenting on how big Lamarcus is, and a lot of people don't realize that man is a damn giant. Like, he is a giant. He is a very, very tall man.
And he got long
over
arms.
7 foot. Definitely over 7 foot. His listed height is not right.
His listed height is definitely not right. That man is a giant. Like, he really is a giant. And the things that he does at his size is incredible. He's really one of the biggest NBA players I've ever seen. Aside from like Yao Ming or Shaq.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like that guy, he's a damn giant.
And he moves really well. Like, he's fast too. He's for his size. He's pretty fast.
He's pretty smooth.
Pretty fast for his size.
Yeah. I will give him
but
that.
No, one of the things that Chubbs was saying that I get also is that there's such a different feel when you go to a game live than when you watch it on TV. Like, now, I can't speak for other people. Maybe it's just me. But I heard I want to say it was Doug Flutie. He was talking years ago about how he watches games. He was like, he said, I always watch games on mute. He said, I don't have the volume on when I'm watching games. He said, because when you watch a game with the volume on, the announcers think for you. And they're telling you stories and narratives throughout the game that direct how you're viewing the game. That's one of the things, and that's a gift and a curse because the Nets have such fantastic announcers.
Yeah. Are you talking about the Yes Network ones?
Yeah.
They're good.
But that's one of the things that I love about actually going to the game, because I sit there and I'm able to think for myself, and I'm able to talk to my sons about what's going on in the moment. And one of the things that Chubbs was saying was a lot of things that they don't show you on TV really do matter in terms of the nuances of the game.
Yeah.
Like one of the big narratives the last 2 years was that DJ hated his teammates and he was angry because he wasn't starting and angry that he wasn't playing, so he wasn't helping any of the big men out. And I took so many videos of him talking to the Fro during timeouts, of him talking to Claxton during timeouts, just helping them with little things on how to get better. So that's one of the things that I love about being in Arena for Games.
Yeah,
I agree. Like the games, yeah, but it's nothing like being there, man. All those little, you know what I'm saying, seeing how people react, and then you can hear on the defense people talking, the communication. You can't hear any of that during the TV. All you hear is, announcers and all that.
Well, the first time I went and saw actual game, I think was like late 80s or something. I don't remember. I think I was more surprised at the amount of swearing that was going on, amount of shit talking these guys were doing on the court.
Yeah.
Like, it used to, I don't know how bad, it's been a while since I've been real close, like up lately, but back the 80s, 90s, these dudes were going to town, and like that's when you could get away with a lot of the jaw jacking that they probably would
Wait,
you
what?
up for now.
Why somebody in the comments said Joe Harris raised the trade value? Like, yo.
Well, now KGT has been spending the whole time like him and CWE been arguing. This is like what he said. He's like, we're not being serious with one preseason game. Joe Harris made 7 threes today. They're going to erase his playoffs his past playoff
Oh my
debacle.
god, yo, y'all gotta lay off Dirty. Dirty Joe was Dirty Joe came to play tonight, yo. Y'all can't blame
the
Dirty
whole
Joe.
team 23 points, and not one person's like saying, "Hey, good game, Joe," except me. But he's spending the whole time thinking about him.
No. Thanks for reminding me. What was the stat that you gave for Joe shooting tonight?
Let me pull it back up here. I think Joe came in with
Dirty Joe.
Yeah, Dirty Joe had 23 points. Where is it?
He had more than did he have more than he might more than Cat or Anthony Edwards, one of those guys.
All right. Dirty Joe tonight came through with 8 for 12 from shooting, 7 for 10 from free throws, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He had 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, 23 points within 29 minutes.
Hold on, you said 7 for 10 on free throws.
No, I'm sorry, 3 points, bro. Sorry, a little tired. He didn't get to the line, but 7 for 10 from 3 points.
No, and this is where that stat is misleading. That man was really 7 of 9 from 3. Because remember, he took a long range heave at the end of the third quarter.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He was actually even better than
that half court. I forgot about that half court.
Right. Yeah. He would not normally shoot that. NBA players don't shoot that shot.
True. So he only really missed twice tonight, which is.
This is what Joe was doing tonight with the grill, bro. He was where the Wolves put the Wolves logo in there. This is what he was doing, bro. Cooking them. Dirty Joe, bro.
That's wolf steak right there, bro.
That's a steak made out of wolves. Steak made out of wolves. That's what Joe Harris was doing tonight, bro.
I mean, would you agree, Jay, that him being more at that 2 position, being in a more comfortable spot instead of like how they ran him last year, is overall better for him?
Of course.
Yeah,
I'm okay with Joe starting with him at his natural position. Like with him at the 2, I'm okay with and you put KD at the 3, I'm okay with that.
But I think more people realize that.
Yeah.
That the idea of everybody being down on him, the thing that people are so caught up, it's like what you just said about Kyrie, right? About people, and we talked about this before, about people being so married to their narratives that they just want to stay married to their narratives. It's like people are looking at Joe making all these shots and they still talking about the Bucks series. That showed you that Joe wasn't sitting on his ass this summer. He actually was working on his game. Like, pay attention. Like, he's come out 7 for 9 from 3. Yo, for everybody who's criticizing him, I would bet you any amount of money that if we went to the gym, you won't go 7 for 9 for 3. Stand there by yourself.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I mean, so he
let alone just standing there and nobody guarding you and somebody just passing you the ball.
Right. So he didn't. Some guys. It's like you've seen the criticisms that what's the guy from Philly? Ben Simmons. Yeah, that he's been getting for not working on his game. Joe has clearly shown that he worked on his game after having a terrible playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, are we still gonna be upset? At a certain point, you gotta let it go.
I know he was thinking about that too, because like Nets Nation would not let up. I know, because all his comments, everything, people are. They weren't letting him forget about that. So I know, like, Joe personally probably took it personal, and he definitely was in the gym like, nah, I got to do better,
I mean, at the end, Go on, Jay.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it amazes me how people can keep up a moment of time where the guy did not have a good playoffs and it hurt, and nobody, trust me, like I believe this wholeheartedly, that it didn't hurt anybody the most but him. Like, he hurt more than anybody. I'm sure it ate his ass up. I'm like, that sounds bad. Pause. I'm sure I'm sure that almost went really bad. I'm just saying, I'm sure it really messed him up more than I caught myself though. But I don't know how you hold on to because even with the Kyrie thing, right? The Joe thing, the two things where you're mad at Kyrie for this, you're mad at Joe for this. Like, you really tell me, even with what we have in front of us without Kyrie and Joe starting playing better, you're really gonna spend the whole season concentrating on that? And then you wonder why players are annoyed as shit when the reporters keep asking them the same thing. It's like that same thing. It's like, how do you do that the whole time?
They coming at you in the comments, and somebody said,
"They can come at me." I already you know what?
Somebody said, "Uncle Saint."
To the point where my age is I'm done. Pussyfooting around shit. I'm done with fair weather Net fans that just show up for one dude. Yeah. It's like, if you want to be a hater and you just want to talk crap the whole time and be negative and just say this guy's ass, screw Kyrie, do this and that, and you're not looking for a positive outlook or outcome for your team, then go on with your negative self, because the shit ain't bothering me. I don't care. I know who the real dudes are. I know who the people that I rock with.
Somebody said Joe's going to get cooked if he's throwing at the 2. Joe's not a good defensive player in general, bro. So it don't matter where you put him in. He's not it's not if you put him he's not a good defensive player in general. But you put him at the 2.
Get cooked by who?
Yeah, he said somebody in the comments he's going to get cooked. But I'm like,
by who? And here's why that doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you out there giving effort, right?
Yeah.
Based on effort tonight, right? Did LA get cooked by Cat?
Not really.
I know. Now show me a 2 guard who's as good as Cat. who's gonna cook Joe?
I'm trying to think of good 2 guards out there.
No. You know why I say that? Because LA, we all talk about how slow he is, right? He's not a known defender, but he gave effort against Cat. Cat is one of the best big men in the game. Joe is out there giving effort on defense. What 2 guard is going to cook him? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
And they switch everything. Or they have the ability to switch everything. And you talk about the 2 guard, whatever 2 guard you feel is going to cook him, he also has to run with Joe around all of those screens.
Yeah.
So good luck stopping Joe from hitting 5 threes a game.
Somebody said we need Houston Harden back. How'd you feel about Harden tonight, though? Because Harden was great tonight to me. He looked great. Those last 2 preseason games, he didn't look in rhythm, but now it's starting to look like he's looking like himself. And I liked how he went to that floater multiple times. I feel like that floater is going to be so big for him, because you know how the league is now with the changing the rules and the no more foul baiting. So if he has that floater on lock, he could just go right over the defense every time and hit that floater, and then But how do you guys feel?
Funny? No, the funny part about you saying about how did I feel, or how do we feel about Harden tonight?
Yeah.
The part that is not going to get brought up is that between Patrick Beverley and between Jaden McDaniels, those 2 guys are all defensive caliber defenders.
They are.
Yeah.
He's right. Yeah, they are.
Harden was working both of them. And Jaden McDaniels he was compared to KD last year. I wanted the Nets to get Jaden McDaniels so bad. He was my second favorite rookie that in that 19 range that I wanted them to draft. But Jaden McDaniels' measurables are somewhat similar to KD. And he's a defender. And Harden was giving him and Pat Bev the business tonight.
There you go.
Yeah. Somebody said Harden was cooking. Joe ain't out there for defense. He stays on the perimeter on the weakest opponent's player. Shout out Age. I think like I said, Nash is gonna put Joe. He knows how Joe is now. Like I said, he had the whole season with him last year. I think they know what to expect from Joe, and we're not gonna expect Joe to lock up any. We're expecting Joe just to hit his threes, be in the spots, and play hard. That's really what we expect from Joe.
Did y'all see?
I think he's gonna do that.
Did y'all see the Joe fake out tonight where he like fake that dude and then put up the three?
Oh, the pump fake.
The pump fake. I'm gonna try. And
yeah, the pump fake,
find
man.
That video. What quarter was that? Was that like second or third quarter?
I'm trying to remember.
Third. All right.
Somebody said it's the step backs for me. That boy Harden chefed up nice. Joe Harris tries on defense. Somebody said King is hurt. Who's King? How is DDJ? Is he getting it or is it the cock? why you typed it like that? Yo, Albert, why you typed it like that? DA cock, the cock. Pause.
But yeah,
he said how
AJ,
was DDJ? DDJ didn't play.
Yeah, no, he didn't play. But yeah. AJ, when they say King,
either
like,
did
LeBron got banged up a little bit, but he's fine.
Oh, LeBron got hurt?
Yeah, but he's good. I think he's overreacting.
Damn. See, man.
Bro, why y'all call him the king, bro? Whoever called him the king, get out.
Joe Harris, yeah, he's not the king.
Go ahead and exit.
Yeah, he's not the king. Somebody said Giannis to the Nets. Chill. Isaac for Kyrie. Yo, these comments are crazy. Harden been spanking Bev. Y'all saw Pat Bev talking trash to KD, and then KD was talking trash back. I like that.
Last time he did that, KD dropped 50 on him in the playoffs. So I just don't know why he does that.
So he was saying, he was like, "Yo, Pat, you know who I am. Like, you can't guard me." That's what he was trying to tell Pat. But, you know, Pat was
one of these days in the chat, somebody gonna be like Michael Jordan for Kyrie.
Yo, I've seen everything. Like in this chat, I've seen everybody for Kyrie. Like I've seen so many people. Somebody put like Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox. They put it as anybody in the chat now. They're saying anything for Kyrie. But nah, y'all good. Kyrie stands. Kyrie's a net. Kyrie's a net, and you guys are gonna like it. You guys are gonna like it that he's a net.
Until the man is not here, I hear he is a net, and hopefully he figures it out. That's all I can hope for at this point is that he figures it out, whatever that is. That ball is literally in his court right now. The Nets have made their decision. He came out, spoke his mind. You can tell he's still thinking about what to do, whatever that may mean, whether it's mandate, whether he's going to get the back. I mean, who knows? Like, I don't even care anymore about what the way is, but he's going to find a way to get back, and that's going to be on him. That's his decision. Like,
Saint,
what's up?
You reminded me of something else. You know how people keep talking about he had months to make a decision. He could have been got it right now.
Yeah.
Now, and Chubbs and Drew will understand what I'm talking about because both y'all in school, right?
Right.
When you have a test to take, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for the test when it's supposed to be given every time?
No.
or do you sometimes need a little bit more time because you got to do a little bit more research or a little bit more studying?
Yeah, everybody's different. So yeah,
that is correct.
Somebody might be ready on time every time, but I might not be.
Right. But people can't accept that from Kyrie. It's gotta be no, you need to do it right now because we want you to do it right now. That's not the real world.
Facts. And people forget that Harden and KD literally got their shots like right before they said it was reported that they got it right before like the training camp
they
started.
That's
literally right before the training camp started.
No, that's why Sean said what he said, and that's why also, and I don't want to give this guy any shine, so I'm gonna call him the bitter snitch.
The
bitter snitch. Who wrote a book. So that should be a little bit more.
That perfectly made sense. Yeah, okay.
That guy, right?
Yeah.
With his book. Well, no, not with his book. When he went on one of these shows, he had an appearance, and he was talking about how Kyrie was not vaxxed, and somebody else was only partially vaxxed. He was talking about them because they were only partially vaxxed. They only got one shot.
Yeah, and we knew the NBA was counting individuals that got just one shot. That's why, like,
Just
when they
one
gave
shot.
out their percentage rate, it was like way low. And then, like, a week later, they're like 95% of the NBA has been vaccinated, and they say that they did that just regarding one shot. Yeah,
But that's also why to link the two together. That's why Sean, in his initial press conference, when they were talking to him about is everybody vaxxed, that's why he answered the question the way that he answered the question. Because at that point in time, the answer was no. That's why he answered it like that, because he wasn't because his expectation was that everybody was gonna get vaxxed.
Yeah.
But at that moment in time, they weren't.
They weren't. Yeah. And I remember that question too. And
I
people,
think the
like,
one. Oh, go.
I was gonna say, people, like I said, people really thought like Katie, like I said, it was that on the spot moment. Katie and Harden were not vaxxed, and literally right before training camp, boom, 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 it happened that quick. So it's like, how could Kyrie prepare for that? Like how could he prepare in that short span of time? Make a huge decision like that. But
The one thing I am interested.
Yeah.
The one thing I am interested about his speech last night, though, is that it is the exemption aspect. Like, I'm curious, like, because I know there's some timeline shit, mandate came out, all that. I'm just curious of, like, if what he said was true is about he expected that somebody told me he was going to get an exemption. Who was that? NBA, the Nets, the state? And then did he get a conversation that somebody said, no, we're not going to grant you the exemption? And then my other thought was like, why was Wiggins put on blast? Like, and why was this one not vocal? That was the only thing that I really kind of had because if that story is to be true and it can be proven true and it comes out and it's like, yeah, this happened, but then they said no, then I can get it and understand the delay of not communicating or just not knowing what to do. That's like where I'm out of all that, like, hey, respect what you're going to do your thing, go figure it out. But like, as a personal nosy part of me, I'm like, I got to know that exemption.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not an excuse, because nobody's saying that the Nets shouldn't have done what they did. It's not an excuse, bro. We're not, I think we all respect both people's decisions as well as the Nets decision. But what Jay said, that's not an excuse. It's just a different, outlook on it.
Yeah.
I don't, Drew, with you saying that must mean somebody's in the comments saying that. I saw that. I want to say it was on yeah. I saw that when I watched the stream, the last one. And again, the American education system is really failed some of y'all, man, because you don't even know what a damn excuse is. Like, it's sad, man. I'm not making an excuse for Kyrie not getting it. I'm telling you certain facts that have not been brought forth. I ain't even giving you my damn opinion.
Yeah.
And you saying I'm making excuses for him. Learn what a damn excuse is, because I'm not doing that. I'm giving certain facts that were not brought forth.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, if for nothing else, for everybody who says I'm the one making excuses, damn it, go back to the spaces. It was in August when I said what Shams just said yesterday, and people jumping all over Shams and on his dick because he said it yesterday. I said the same thing back in August. Hello.
You did. I'm not like you did.
That's all facts, bro.
There is facts.
I'm definitely vouched for Jay.
I will. Yes. I gave my story the first time I heard Jay. I was like, this motherfucker's full of shit.
I literally saw it in real time.
I started watching and I saw these things in real time, and then they come out like a month or two later. And I'm like,
literally in stream, like I said, a week ago, I literally came on stream, was like, yo, I saw what Jay literally tweeted something out, and I saw it happen in real time. Like, everything just moved right after that. And I'm like, yo.
For the people, because I'm seeing people in the chat, he had 18 months, 20 months to research the vaccine. He wasn't researching it because he was promised exemption. So he was under the impression that he didn't have to research it. Like,
Yeah.
That kind of
there's
doesn't
people,
make
though,
sense.
but
You know,
this is the thing, Julian, which this is why it says you're making excuses. Like that guy. There's a group of people that are, I don't know if they're true Nets fans or not, but there's a group of people in Nets Nation that look at him and don't believe a word he's saying and think he's full of shit and think he should go get the vaccine and just shut up and play.
Mhm.
There is a lot of people that think that way. And then there's other people that think, hey, I may not agree with how he's handling it and I want him on the team, but I'm gonna respect his decision and I'm just gonna move on and concentrate on the team. And then there's people that are on the far, far, far left of that are like, anything Kyrie says, it's gold and it can't be questioned, and don't you dare not believe him. We stand, so you have such a wide variety, like what's that word? Anyway, you have such a wide range of people that have different opinions, and then exactly, Nicholas Reed, a lot of emotional people over a player you do not know who plays a game of basketball, and you're acting like it's your brother, your sister, your mom making these decisions, and it's like you'll have no connection to this guy.
I'm attached to the facts because if you're saying that he had 18 months, I'm just saying that in that sense that's incorrect. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying in that sense it's incorrect. I've already said that he made his decision, and I've already said that I respect the Nets doing what they did. When we first came up and talked about it the morning after we got the news, I said I respect Sean Marks or whoever made the decision for saying that, like, hey, I feel like this affects our team and I'm taking it into my own hands, and stuff like that. But if you're just saying, oh, he had 16 months, and it just shows that some of y'all are kind of like, y'all got thick skulls, bro. Y'all don't really listen. Y'all don't do no research and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
I just got the vaccine like 2 months ago, dude. I could have gotten, I could have gotten the vaccine a long time ago. Yeah, no, I agree, dude.
Yeah, somebody said the vaccine wasn't even a thing 18 months ago.
Yeah, y'all are special. Like y'all are special.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, dude, you can respect. I respect what the Nets did. I understand why they did it. They want focus. They want this. They don't want confusion. They don't want in and out. I get it. I get that. So I respect that, right? People that love Kyrie are mad that they did that. So why is it that you can't like appreciate or respect either side's story on this? I don't get it. Like, people make decisions that are best for them every day that you never will even give a crap about. You make decisions that are best for you every day.
So if the vax wasn't out for 18 months, but and he said, but we knew 18 months ago but you just said that why didn't he research for the last 18 months? So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like,
Jules, you know what you reminded me of? Because I don't see the comments, but I'm just going off what you said. It's so many people who are holier than thou, where they're like, he had all of this time to do X, Y, and Z. It's somebody saying that who right now they cell phone bill ain't been paid. Well, damn it, you knew that your cell phone bill was supposed to be paid. But you knew that this bill was supposed to be paid, and your ass is late on the bill. You taking your time, but you judging him for not doing what you think he should be doing on time. Worry about getting your own stuff done. He's gonna get his done. You worry about getting your own damn stuff done.
Wait, so he said put up a poll. What poll you want me to put up, bro?
About what? Vax or no vax? Yeah, I mean, but dude, I never
thought
I would agree with Kyrie so much, but it's like he's proving his point where how people are like just getting so mad, and he's like, I understand the fandom. It's your favorite basketball team and you get passionate. He's like, but bro, this is like my life. What does that have to do with you? Like, all we care, like most people only care, they just want him to play basketball. And but this man's trying to make a decision about his body, whether you agree with it or not, what's right or wrong. And you're like the one that's getting all OD'd about it. Like, it is funny. I'm actually starting to actually like find it really hilarious when somebody gets so angry at Kyrie. Like,
and we all agree with the Nets decision. Yeah. We all agreed and respected the Nets decision. Like we all did. So it's like, I don't get. It's not like we saying, oh, the Nets shouldn't have done that. That's bullshit and this and that. Like, nobody up here said that. So I just don't understand why y'all just OD with it, you know? Like that's
And I actually think Kyrie should get vaccinated and be playing. That's my personal opinion. But I respect what he's saying. I get it. I have no problem with it. Like,
I want him to do that too, but you know.
Yeah, but he's exactly like that's why I don't know people.
That's the president of Kyrie Nation, y'all.
Yeah.
He said it. Even Jew said it. He's the president of Kyrie Nation. Yeah, so
but if
like,
he don't do it, like that's what I would want. But like, you know, but I've always backed him. I've always said that, like, bro, I respect, bro. You don't never want to. I'm a back you and I'm respect what you want, you know. But of course, I want him on the court by any means. But I understand, like, that's his life. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I love Kyrie.
Yeah.
I do have a point to make. Just let me just go about what you're doing, but I am going to make a point because in a minute.
Somebody said, I agree, the Nets is business. Kyrie is personal. Yeah. You know, like, I'm ready to move on. Like I said, even the players are probably ready to move on from these questions.
Can
about
I just
Kyrie,
say one thing, though?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. This one here drives me nuts. I get it. It's sad. It's ridiculous that people die. 750 Americans died from COVID. Well, guess what? 1.3 million people die each year from road traffic. Should you stop driving your car? Like, there are so many things. It doesn't, not to make light of it, but it's like there's so many things that we do that affect other people, and you can make a decision or a bad choice when you're doing those. And it's like you're just because all those people died and he doesn't want to get the COVID vaccine, that all of a sudden means he's responsible and he's a horrible person because somehow he's tied to those 750,000 people that died, that somehow now Kyrie is responsible for that. Like that would be like me saying, hey, dude, I'm sorry. Any of you guys co-hosts get in a car tomorrow? You guys are responsible for the 1.3 million people that die each year from car accidents. Like, I'm sorry, but you are. Like, Jay, if you get in your car tomorrow, I can't talk to you no more. Like, that's like what it sounds like to me.
The chat is trolling us right now, bro.
Good. I'm glad people need to get out of their feelings and chill out. It's a basketball game. The man is, like you even said it, he's a hermit. So he's not out here running around with his mask off, like coughing in people's faces going, take the COVID vaccine, you know, here, get COVID. He's hiding at home then, according to you. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, just, I get it. People have their take on COVID and what you should and shouldn't do. But at the end of the day, it is a personal decision to get that. I went through a process before I took the vaccine. I didn't want to get it at first, didn't trust it, thought about it, went through what I needed to do. I got it. I moved on. I didn't make it a huge deal. I didn't put it on the news. I didn't go accuse other people. And I still talk to people that don't have the vaccine, and I don't treat them like shit because they don't have it. And I don't go, oh, God, you're going to kill me. Get the vaccine. Like, I'm done. Fucking done. I'm just so done with this crap.
Oh man, yo, let's listen to KD's questions and then we're gonna be out of here, man. We gotta wrap this up.
And don't even ask Saint tonight. Ask it, but at Nets.
Yeah, don't ask Saint tonight.
Don't ask me shit tonight because I'm gonna.
Yo, it's getting spicy here. This is the say whatever segment. So anybody in the chat before we
ask
end the show.
Yeah, ask
don't put ask Al, but add AJ. Add AJ.
Ask Aloysius or whatever.
Oh my goodness! But add AJ, bro.
Aloysius.
Add AJ in the chat, and let's tell me any questions right now before we get out. We get out of here. Somebody, I was going crazy. I couldn't deal with the comments tonight, bro. Oh man! Now, real questions though, for real. We want real questions. Like, don't be like these reporters. Don't be like these reporters. Well, KD, are you mad that Kyrie is?
Why aren't you mad? But why aren't you mad?
Yo, Jay, did you hear that question tonight?
Hell no.
Oh my God! The reporter. Hold on, I'm about to play. The reporter literally was like,
"I think we need to."
He was literally like, "KD, why aren't you mad at Kyrie?"
Like, come on. It sounded like he was offended that KD wasn't mad, bro.
Lamar Oliver did ask me a question. I felt worthy. He says, "I think we need more K Cox." D, what do you think?
Oh my God! Let me just play this KD tape, man.
You know, why aren't you guys upset? Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, why aren't you upset?
Because it's we still get to do what we love to do every day. We still get the opportunity to play. This is not the ideal situation coming into the season, but some of this out of our control. So what we can do is come in and focus on our jobs every single day. And what is being mad going to do? We're not going to change his mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we'll let him figure out what he needs to do, and the team figure out, what they need to do. And us as players, when we in the locker room, we on the floor, we're going to work with each other. So, life is amazing. So I can't be too mad at somebody making a decision for themselves. That's who am I to get upset at that, So just focus on what we got in this locker room. And when Kai's ready, I'm sure he'll talk to Joe and Sean, and they'll figure that out, and they'll tell us. So until then, we're going to keep grinding.
What?
Yeah.
We do have a super chat. He said that's a legit.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. He was like, "Why aren't you upset, Katie?" Like, Katie was shocked when he looked at. He was like, "Huh? Like, why are you?" It was so weird. I don't know who asked that, bro. I'm not surprised if it could have. It should have. I think it is. Who. I don't want to say his name out here, but you know who I'm talking about.
Hey, some of these reporters are on the burner account.
Yeah. I don't know if that wasn't his voice.
Wasn't him? Oh.
No, but no. The one thing that thing just reminded me of was that for everybody who's commenting about why doesn't Kyrie take the shot? Now, Saint said his age is getting the best of him, right? I know for a fact that the people who are saying this, that one, you are either unemployed or you've never worked in the business world, because if you sign a contract, you have to abide by what the contract states. They're not allowed to change the parameters of the contract in the middle of the contract. Nowhere on Kyrie's signed contract did it say that he would have to get a vax. That was brought upon him by de Blasio. That wasn't. Nobody foresaw that
recently.
In 2019. Right. Yeah. Nobody foresaw that in 2019. That is new information.
Yeah, and that's probably going to change things going forward. Yeah,
right.
Probably will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When
you
get new information, you have to now negotiate.
Yeah.
Because you've changed the contract. You have to negotiate something that's also agreeable to me. So it's not just Kyrie just don't want to get it. That's not the terms of the contract that he signed. Because a lot of people are saying he needs to abide by his contract. Well, damn it, the rules have changed.
Yeah, there was no vax in this contract. Let me read a super chat. Yeah,
I don't know what his legit question was about. I don't
know.
He
put it in it right here,
and then he put that one. So he did 2 super chats. Appreciate you, Toe.
Thank you, Toe. Wait, he said Kyrie's dividing this nation. Don't let him do it.
I think the first one. Yeah, well, I think the first one he said legit question. I don't know if it was about Kyrie or the K-Cop one I put up there. I don't know which.
Yeah, Tell. What was your question? Hold on, there's questions coming in. A lot of questions coming in.
The reporter talking about why aren't you mad? He was saying legit question to that. Like,
yeah. I mean, this again. Hey, listen. Understand something. I know we're getting spicy. I'm getting a little frustrated. I literally do respect. Everybody has a different take on this. And the one thing I will say about this show is that we may push back on some of your guys' like what you think is right. And I'm not sitting here to try to tell you you're wrong, right? Like, you have your side of it, and I do respect that. But at the same time, like, I have mine, and I'm not here to, like, at the end of the day, it's like we're here because we love the Nets, and it is part of the story right now, unfortunately. He did come out and talk yesterday, so we are going to cover it. Yeah, it's going to get a little spicy. I may not agree with you. You may not agree with me. But at the end of the day, like, we like the same thing. So it's nothing personal. But, we do represent everybody's opinion up here, whether I agree with it or not. And that's at least one thing I will say about the show. You can be angry. You can not agree with Kyrie. And I will share that view with people. Because I know there's people in chat that feel the same way you do, but I also know there's people that feel the same way I do. And that's the whole thing about this, is that it's okay to have completely different opinions about a subject and still, like, want to watch the Nets. It's not what's that word? They're not mutually exclusive.
And all people in the chat are saying we're still talking about, like, this is probably going to be the last stream we're going to talk about. Like I said, when a Tuesday happens, we're not talking about Kyrie no more, bro. We're not. When everything in the season's going, we're not going to be talking about Kyrie. unless like some real crazy news happens. But
yeah, we're only talking about it because it literally like came out.
Literally yesterday, he went on live. That's why
we
we're
didn't
talking about
stream
it.
yesterday. We're just talking about it today.
Yeah,
and then a lot of y'all in the chat are spamming stuff about it. But then it's why are you talking about it? It's like what?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's okay.
Let me answer these questions though before we get out of here. El Barbu said, "Will you trade Kyrie at this point if you were Sean Marks?" No, I wouldn't. Hold on, there's some more questions. I missed a lot. Somebody said, "Do you think at some point this year KD will pop off at the media?" And he did his final year with the Warriors when he walked out the press conference. No. Honestly, KD, I think he kind of just knows what the media like. He's accepted what the media is now because trust me, I'm a KD fan. I know he used to have this like beef with the media and hate talking to the media, but now he just like does his job and goes. He just knows what the media does, you know. So he just does his job, answers the questions, and then goes, you know. He won't give you no like crazy. The only time KD will give you really, really, really crazy insight is when we talk basketball with him. Any other like weird questions, he'll just give you like a normal short answer. You know. Somebody said what? A lot of these people.
Super chat from Tel.
Oh, super chat. Thank you, Tel. Thank you. I love this show. I don't agree with you, but I support you guys in a real way. Yeah, it's all good, bro. Like I said, you don't have to agree with us. And like I said, this show is for the people. It's for this nation. So a lot of people have different opinions. You know, people are going to disagree.
At some point, we're not even going to. It's just not even going to be a discussion anymore. He's either going to be back or he's not. And where the season's going to start. And like this next game that comes up, the opening night, like I'm not going to be talking about Kyrie. I'm talking about.
Remember, like I said, this is going to be one of the last streams we talk about Kyrie. Yeah,
in our season, like it's stuff to look forward to. Like,
yeah, this one of the last streams we talk about. I mean, like I said, it's not like we don't want to talk about him, but he's not going to be playing. He's going to be at home, so there's no reason like to bring him up. I know these reporters are going to ask every game, but you know.
And we got to be honest, bro. We avoided talking about Kyrie for quite a while and really turning our streams into that because every other network, every other tweet, every other
like y'all will get enough Kyrie content from
exactly
Undisputed, First Take, ESPN. Y'all will get enough Kyrie content, bro. Like,
and that's the content that I seem to like. So shit.
Yeah. So like this channel is gonna be for the games, what's happening with the team, what's happening with the on the court. That's what this channel is gonna be about. It's not gonna be, you know. Somebody said AJ, all these people because Kyrie is doing what they're afraid to do. Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Kendrick Perkins. Yeah, man. Those guys, like I said, I used to really like watching Stephen A., but now it's like I don't even watch these shows no more, bro. Because it's like it's just all about stories, headlines, and drama. You know, it's not even about sports no more. It's just really it's turned into gossip. These shows are really gossip shows now. You know, it's not even about sports.
And y'all eat it up.
Here's a question: Can Cam Thomas replace Kyrie?
Ooh, I don't know because he's not. I don't think he's gonna get minutes. Like he's not gonna get a lot of minutes. I don't think he might get like 5 or 10 minutes, if barely those. But he's not gonna get.
Here's the better question: because of how much people really love Cam and they've seen what you're doing, do you think the Nets should put him in there more than he probably would be if he wasn't, you know, playing the way he has been? Do you think they should go out of their way to make, or just treat him like a rookie and hey, you're on the bench, you come in when you?
No. You gotta treat him like a rookie because you can't. Yeah, that's just how the NBA is. I mean,
the team will be mad, bro.
He would put. Yeah, he would. If he was in a different situation, he would probably be starting. Like if he was on the Wolves, he might have been starting. Or if he was on another team that's a young team, he could be starting. But on this team, they're gonna treat him like a rookie, and he's not gonna get no like special treatment unless he plays like.
Well, but then you have these comments: Cam over Carter.
Yeah, that's another debate for another day. Like I'm not gonna get into that. But like I said, Carter is gonna get those minutes over Cam, bro. And Carter's more efficient than Cam from 3.
Exactly.
Yeah, he is.
Starting record 20-5. We lost AJ. I don't know what happened there.
At the same time.
I wonder if his computer died again. Jay, you still there?
Yeah.
All right. something happened there. We lost AJ, and then I saw you, but you're back. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if AJ will come back, but
Kyrie was listening, and he heard all the cam over Kyrie talk.
He had to route that.
Yeah, we're getting shut down. Like last night, like when I was watching the video when Kyrie was talking, and all of a sudden his thing was kind of freezing, or he accidentally muted the thing. People are like, the government are trying to shut Kai down. Like I was like, dude, people even go OD on like, not everything is a conspiracy, people. Like not everything is like the government is gonna get us. Like
somebody said, where did Alvin go? I don't know where Alvin went, bro.
I think he got taken out, bro. That's what happened. That's funny though. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna text AJ. Hey, if you got any questions, just throw them in there. I'm gonna see if AJ is gonna come back. So, what's your thoughts? Hey, Jay, I know you didn't really talk like you were at the game, but like anything that stuck out to you tonight with the game, just being there and absorbing everything. Like we got Chubbs' good take about the game. Like, what about you? Like, any good takeaways from the game tonight?
Wow.
That's it?
No. I guess the thing that stood out the most to me was seeing Harden make sure that Cam was in good spirits. They walked out of the locker room together, and he had his arm around him. They were laughing and joking. So it wasn't. He understands he's a rookie, and he's not sulking on the bench like I should be playing. So that was good.
They did show a bit to add on to that. They did somebody. I don't know if it was on Twitter or video I saw, but it showed Harden and KD like really talking to him, like talking him up, like giving him advice, and he looked like he was just looking at two basketball gods, like soaking it in.
Hey, Saint, have you seen those? You ever seen those videos of somebody he like breaks down the chemistry and the communication? He does he has a video on Harden, on KD, on Kyrie and stuff, and he kind of breaks down like certain plays and stuff and how Harden communicates, and I need to send it to you.
Yeah, send that to me.
I don't know.
But that's what Chubbs was saying. And I think even Jay said, just to go back to what Jay was saying, like, I mean, to see like Harden, like when you get to actually see that communication and hear that communication taking place by somebody like Harden is different than like being on the screen and just every once in a while and go, oh, hey, you see Harden yelling at him or doing this. Like, you don't realize how much communication is there, which is awesome.
Well, they want to, I'm gonna say the reason why that specifically stood out to me is because of all the bad narratives that are thrown out there. A lot of people don't take the time to really understand when vets put in work with the rookies, and because some teams have vets where the rookies are just there, and it's more like you ain't who you were before. Just shut up and you're not really a part of this team yet. But this team, they take the rookies under their wing, and they really we want y'all to succeed.
Yeah, you really saw that too in the previous before we got Kyrie and KD too. I think they did. I think that's also. Would you agree that goes to like how the culture that the Nets built with Sean Marks and all them built, like when they brought, like you can kind of see that was just like built in from the beginning, which I think is awesome. All right, here's a random question.
Still gonna have the rookie hazing, but
of course,
Yeah, facts. Favorite Halloween movie.
Yeah, favorite Halloween movie. The one that'll always screw me up is a horror movie. I don't know necessarily it's like taking place on Halloween, but that Friday the 13th where where Freddie catches that junkie in her dream in the alleyway, and like every one of his fingers, Freddie, and every one of his fingers is like a syringe with heroin in it, and he like goes to her arms, and the holes on her like her marks on her arms are like little mouth. Yeah, that shit screwed me up as a kid. I think that's why I hated getting shots for a long time. I used to like freak out or pass out when I was a kid, like under 10. I would like see a needle and I'd be like, oh, I'm dead.
Freddie is the worst like villain, bro, to deal with, bro, because you just can't. You can run from Jason, you can run from Mike, you can't run from Freddie, bro. Like go to sleep.
Nah, like what messed me up was Blair Witch Project.
Oh, that shit was
that messed me, especially the ending when he was just chilling in the corner, like nah.
The first two Insidious movies and the first two Conjuring movies were like some of the best experiences I had, like in the movies. Like them shits is really scary.
Oh yeah, nah. Insidious is crazy.
The intro
Monster House is good too. Like for like animated, like for an animated movie, is pretty good too.
Chill, you remember the intro music to Insidious? That loud breath shit is terrifying, bro.
What about you, Jay?
Just petrifying.
You know those Friday the 13th movies. That was yeah.
But the dude, what's his name? I always screw their names up. Keenan and
Michael.
Peele. Yeah, the dude. He's the shorter dude, right?
Jordan Peele.
Yeah. The movies he's coming out with, like Us and all that, like that dude is. He has a.
They're so fire, bro. He's one of the best right now.
He puts a creepy twist on it, and then some of the actors, they just have such this like distinguished look that like you're just like that bring that extra creep factor. You're like, what is going on? Yeah, that dude knows how to make a creepy movie. I'm gonna give him
like Get Out.
Those are the most Get Out. Like that one was.
That's
crazy.
one of the best movies like I ever seen. Yes. And when you go on and look at the Easter eggs and stuff like that, it's even better. That's one of the scariest movies ever. Bro.
I even liked Us. Like that one was.
I liked Us too.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like AJ's coming back. I've texted, I've called, and I don't know if he's got his 10-day contract over or not, but I figure we're going to take this as a moment to just kind of, I know this was probably a frustrating stream for some of y'all. You don't like the conversation. Maybe you think we're sticking up for them, yada, yada, yada. I get it. It's not an easy topic to discuss. Whether to get vaccinated or not, we never wanted to wade into the pool of whether to tell you to get it, not to get it. We didn't want to get political about it. We are more concerned about a player and how it affects the team. And yeah, we'll share our opinion sometimes. Like it's frustrating. I wish he was there. I want him. I want him to be there now. And if that means he had to be vaxxed to be there, great. If he could get an exemption to be there, great. Like that selfish side of me wants Kyrie there because we are a better team with him. Even if I don't agree with some of his personal choices or the drama or whatever it may be, at the end of the day, that's his bag he's got to go through. Because quite honestly, he's the one, in my opinion, that stands to lose more than me not being able to watch him. Like, he's the one that's got to deal with this. This is his choice. He knows what's at stake for him. That's on him. So, again, we're kind of not going to get into it. The next time we probably talk about it is if we find out if he's going, if he's staying, if he's getting traded. That's probably we're not going to do the if we lose a game, oh, gee, it would have been nice if Kyrie was here. We're not going to do that shit. Like, the Nets made their decision. Kyrie made his decision. Next man up. That's what they've been saying all last year. That's what they're saying now. And that's how I know we're going to roll with it going forward. But I'll just use that as my last words. In other words, it was a good game today. I liked watching them, the lineups being more true to their positions. But outside of that, I'm excited, man. Next week, we're going to get opening day, and I want to go get that W against the Bucks, man. Like, we need to make a statement. So, but those are my last words. Jay from Brooklyn or Janitor from Brooklyn, you got anything you want to throw out there before you get off?
I think my last words, aside from the normal, is, and because I've said this a number of times before, a number of places, one thing that I don't know if it came through clear about what Kai was saying yesterday.
Yeah.
There is no NBA player who's more charitable with fans than he is. And I've said that before he did what he did for my son.
Yep.
Like
I agree with you.
I'm well documented on saying that. And I had no idea he was going to do what he did for my son. With that being said, him not being there, it does affect him. It's not like he doesn't care. Yeah. It affects him, if for nothing else, because he likes to be with the fans. Because he was once that young fan. And so that part makes a difference to him and for him. The sooner he's back out there, the happier we'll all be.
Exactly. Perfect comments on that. I agree with it 100%. Chubbs, Julian, what do you want to roll? Chubbs, did you fall asleep?
No, I'm here, but like, I mean, but let's be honest, like.
Are you in your robe again, Chubbs? I just got to know.
You turn the camera off so he can get into that robe, get comfortable.
First off, pause. Second off, let's just put the Kyrie stick just behind us and just focus on Tuesday. Yeah, that's all I really care about. Because really and truly, that's what every coach, player should put their energy towards. And when they see the Bucks getting that ceremony, they getting that ring, like it should be lights, it should be game time. No more Kyrie, no more of this. Let's just go into the season as a unit and let's just stop talking about the same thing over and over. Because it's only gonna drive us more mad, and it's only gonna cause the same things to be said in just different variables. So, like, kind of like, like Jay said, just relax and let's just keep moving forward.
Yep, I agree.
To add on to that about, like the coaches not losing focus and stuff like that, which I just said, that's why ultimately it was a good decision that they, sat him, even though, like, it kind of made me sad, but, that shows that they're moving on with full focus and they don't want any type of outside source affecting the season and our overall success. And, I hope everybody can just like put on their big boy pants and just, chill out, and we moving on into the season. We still got 2 MVPs. I don't know if people realize that. I don't know if people understand that fully, that we have 2 MVPs. We have 2 all-time players, and we got good pieces around us. Like, I want Kyrie back more than most people.
Yeah, you're talking to the president of Kyrie Nation right there.
The season is gonna be so good, bro, and we can still win, bro. We can get to the. I feel like we slapped the Bucks. I mean, we seen that, we seen it. I feel like we slap them. I think we still win. So let's just all be positive. It is what it is. What happened, and it's time to move forward. Y'all touch up on that like button. Just touch it. Just click it. Do what you need to do. Like up the stream. And we're gonna be back Tuesday.
All right, y'all. Appreciate it. I know it was painful. Some of y'all are mad. Some of you might not come back. Some of you don't care. But either way, it's Nets Nation, always here. We're always gonna be by the team, no matter who's there, who's not. It is what it is. AJ can't make it back. AJ said I can't get off the stream until we hit 100 likes. There's 100 people in here. So we're either going to be streaming for the next 3 hours until we get like the like buttons. But he said I am not allowed.
How much likes you got?
I'm on. No, it's not 100 likes. Thank you. I'm saying let's get to 100 likes. There we go. Listen, I'm on vacation, so I got nowhere to go. I mean, I could sit here and just talk by myself. Like, I know people got to go to sleep back east, but like, come on, man. Like, get me to 100 likes.
I got a 3-hour commute tomorrow. Y'all better get on it. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, like,
for real, brother.
Like you, Jay. I mean, if you guys can leave, I'll hold it down for you. But it's gonna be probably a really boring conversation, and there probably maybe like 3 people watching. But
Bro said I look like the main character off BMF, bro. You think I look like Big Meech, bro?
What did he say?
Yo,
He said I look like the main character off BMF, bro. I look like Meech.
Oh yeah, hey, join. We are gonna. Some of us are gonna be. If you're in Discord, oh Jay left, but he said, "See y'all next week. Join Discord for Saint." Yeah, we're gonna do Saints Corner. Some of us are gonna be talking shit in the end. Is that what he said? Drew? Yeah, I started Saints Corner where I could just I really lost it yesterday. So I don't know. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm getting comfortable doing this and talking on where it's like when you meet somebody for the first time and you're kind of guarded and you don't really let them know how crazy you are or some of the sick jokes you think you know what I'm saying until you find out they're on the same level of sickness as you are. That's kind of where I'm getting at right now. So I'm probably going to start acting a little more crazier.
Are any of you actual hoopers?
Oh, we got 86. I need 14 more likes, dude. Come on. There's only 95 people now.
I guess one more thing before we get out of here. Barclays Center, they better stop charging $15 for some cold ass pretzels. That's crazy. Bro, I went to
$15 for a pretzel?
It was like $15 for a cold ass pretzel and a water.
It wasn't cold, bro. Stop lying. You lying.
Bro, the pretzel was dry.
It was cold.
The Pot Pies biscuit? Imagine that tenfold.
Nah, you dragging it. That's not true. You lying.
No. I thought my life was in danger every time I took a bite. I couldn't finish it.
That's the one thing. That's the one job. The pretzel's supposed to be hot. You're supposed to have a cart, you know.
But see, that's why I miss the old New York, right? When I lived there, it was I said it last time, but I miss the dudes out on the street selling the hot pretzels with coals. They were using shopping carts. They were using whatever the hell they could. I miss
them cinnamon pretzels with the little thing, the little dipping, the little glaze.
He said, how much is Coke, Chubbs? Was it?
Water was like $1.89. I can only imagine how much a soda was.
$1.89. Actually, $1.89 is not bad. I'm surprised it wasn't $3 or $4.
Probably not $3.
The Lakers lost. Oh shit! This is come on, like the stream up. 7 more streams, 7 more likes for the Lakers just lost again.
It's just the preseason.
Oh, now we have less people than are like the video in the stream. We must be boring.
Nah, and then they have the Nathans, and all I have is those hot dogs. What, bro?
Ooh, I ain't got no good.
Damn. Gonna be
sorry, go on.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this quote, Liam Oliver. Gonna be interesting to see the Bucks defend KD without PJ Tucker.
That's not being talked about enough. PJ Tucker took the brunt of guarding KD the whole.
But who's over there now that would? I mean, you think they're gonna put what is that? The dude with the big eyes? What's his name? A cartoon dude? Yeah.
No.
Middleton's a squirrel. He looks like a squirrel.
Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis. Does he have good defense? I can't remember. I know he was hitting them shots, but is he okay?
His Grayson on pretty good.
Dude, Grayson actually might be a guy that they might because this dude is dirty. He almost is low key, kind of like a Patrick Beverly /
Grayson Allen.
Yeah, dude. This dude used to do some of the dirtiest plays I've seen in college, man.
I've seen him.
He's a piece of shit too, but excuse my language. But
there was some.
LeBron quit again? What?
He didn't.
I'm sorry. Did he walk off? Did he quit before?
They subbed him out. They said, "No, you're not playing."
Please tell me. Did he walk out of the?
No, he was on the bench. He did not walk out the stadium.
Oh, you were watching, huh?
Yeah, no.
What happened with your facial hair, bro?
Yeah, is it still?
You still wearing the mask right now? Don't lie.
If I pull him up on stream, I bet you he'll be wearing a mask.
You let your cat box you up? That's crazy.
He let his cat box him.
The way he explained it yesterday is that he literally cut his lip off.
Bro, you let your cat put paws on you like that? That's crazy.
No, what I think he did is he was shaving and he actually gave himself a Charlie Chaplin Hitler mustache and he screwed up. And I think he screwed up that bad and was all embarrassed. He's fuck. He's tune in next time to see. Oh, he's gonna come back with some crazy ass he probably dyed his shit like blonde or something. Bet you that's what he did.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
who on the Bucks really is going to guard KD? I just think about that.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because Giannis, I think that was a prompt during the series last year. Giannis wasn't even in top 2 of guarding KD. It was PJ, Drew, then Giannis. So I don't even know what the hell.
Yeah,
I mean,
Giannis
how would Giannis? I mean,
he fared good against KD.
You know how he's going to do it.
I think that might be it. I mean, that
when KD goes to lay the ball up, Giannis is just going to be in his landing space, and that's how he going to defend him.
Right?
Yeah, that's how he's going to defend it. You know,
Kevin Durant's in here, bro.
KD,
you better.
KD, you not on your burner today.
You better cook up. You better cook up Giannis, dude. You better cook him up.
You better come out swinging with 50-piece on Giannis.
Yeah.
KD, you know you're supposed to be on your burner account. What's wrong with you?
Did you get that operation to make your foot a little bit longer than it already is, just so we don't have any inches problems again? No. Damn, I think we're stuck at 96, bro. He thinks that's funny. All right, y'all. Fuck it. We tried to get to 100. It's not gonna happen. Hopefully it happens after we get off, but
we're gonna round it to the nearest 10th. You know, 5 and above, you know, we round that to the nearest 10th. That's a hundo.
What, dude? KD better fart in Giannis's falafel? What
the fuck does that mean? I'm just saying, bro. That don't even make fucking sense. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Is falafel even Greek food? I thought.
I think falafel is Greek. I think falafel is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it is Greek.
Yeah, got you.
Come on. Wouldn't it be awesome if it really was Kevin Durant, bro? Wouldn't that shit be funny?
That shit would be so fucking hilarious. I feel like somebody can watch this, bro. I'm sorry. I feel like they do.
And we'll never find out, right? He'll never tell us it's Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he'll never keep it a buck.
That shit would be funny. Yes, we are weird. We are. Come on, dude. This is at end of the stream. We're sitting here like begging for 4 likes. You know, like some bum on the street. Like, yeah, we are a little weird, but it's cool. We fuck with it. You're weird. You're weird for watching. You've been hanging on for a damn near 2 hours. There's only 95 people in here. You got to be weird too. He did not just say that. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
All right, y'all. Fuck it. We're gonna get out of here. Appreciate you guys coming by. It is what it is. Hopefully, we'll have Kyrie back. I don't know how. I don't know when. And if he ain't back, then we're gonna have to see where that leads us. Who the hell knows? I mean, it is what it is. It's not something we want, but you know what I'm saying?
What it is.
It is what it is.
Was,
There's nothing we can do about it. You and I are just normal ass people sitting our asses at home, watching a stream, talking about basketball, and at the end of the day, we have no control. But peace, y'all. Thanks for coming by.
All right, y'all.